Welcome back to the playthrough of Pathologic 2. As stated before, I do flag all my videos as ASMR because a lot of people like listening to my voice. If that is not ASMR for you, then feel free to leave at this point. But it gave us an achievement. Interesting. All of a sudden there's mice everywhere. What happened? Some things aren't bound to happen. I invited Grief to meet Mouse to hell with it now. No, it's not the time to get misty ends with old friends. Okay, now because we weren't fast enough, we couldn't talk to all the people, and we couldn't get the thing going. Something else is about to happen, and mice are everywhere on the ground. And we now need to find out what's going on. Unfortunately, we cannot, like, catch or cook these mice. And these people seem to show me the way to something. Something is definitely happening here. Something is very definitely happening here. Are they leading me to the town hall? Is that what's going on? They used to speak to me, these people. They used to speak to me, but they don't anymore. Like, in theory, this is also a horror game. I didn't find it very spooky so far, but it definitely has a very dark theme. Of everything being absolutely horrible at all times. This is interesting. We haven't seen that before. I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to tell me. I think they just lead me to the town hall. I would assume. They do. They do lead me to the town hall. This is also where the noise comes from. And we've been invited to come here earlier.
Who knocks on your door at night? Who screams down your chimney? A white. No, just the wind.
An epidemic, Burak. Plague. And if the sand plague that smoothed 300 of my workers 5 years ago, then it's serious. Very serious, my boy. Your father saved us back then, but now I need you at hand. Do I make myself clear? Clear as day, a family doctor, a tame doctor, right? You know, Burak, in olden days, pirates used to hunt ships that carried doctors, because they were worth more than gold. Imagine that. And I'm a bit of an old pirate myself. Hehehe. Be prudent, my boy. Surely you appreciate your value now. I sure do, so unfortunately I will have to decline births. I have my own business to attend to. I will help your family births if you can help mine. Makes sense. You don't understand yet. You're a bull-headed, stubborn young man. But you will. When a 3-body-thick pile of corpses lies atop Isidore's, maybe we will talk again. Is this a medical meeting? Why wasn't I invited? I was invited, but I just didn't go because I thought something else was more important. That's of no concern to you, Burak. Everything's important that could be done. I've done already. There will be a fund, there will be headquarters, intrigues, sleepless nights. Everyone here thinks that they're crucial to defeating the outbreak. But they're scared, mistaken. What can they tell you? I'm a doctor, I need the full picture. So you have some time on your hands? Then go to each of them. Talk to 1, 2, 3 people. Fill your head with minutiae. While time is running out. Your time. 7 empty conversations, you don't need them. I can tell you all you need to know. Fuck, do I trust this guy? I really am. I don't like empty conversations, and there's quite a lot of them in the game. Do we talk to everyone? It is sus. The guy in itself is very sus. But it's also true that a lot of people in this game do a lot of empty conversations. Like, the reason I've been taking 8 hours to get to the point of this is because I had at least 3 hours of completely pointless conversations. Or like information that could have been like summed up in literally 1 sentence. So let's trust him for this. What do I need to know? We have 4 doctors. Well, 3, you excluded. They'll work on the epidemic. The headquarter will be here. All your actions, I mean their actions, will be accounted for and rewarded by the anti-epidemic fund. I like incentivizing, entrepreneurship. If you work well, you're paid well. So rest assured they won't sit on their hands. Okay. They just like listening to themselves talk? Kinda. A lot of it should probably give you a picture of the world they are living in. But the picture is already pretty clear. So I assume it is... Like, you know when books have this habit of explaining what exactly is going on despite it being terribly obvious? Just to make sure that the last person also understands it? A lot of that is going on. And a lot of just pure Dadaism. Me excluded. Why? I have my own plans for you. Fair enough, you can count on me? Well, I guess we just work with him for now. Who here looks important enough? Let's talk to this guy. I feel
smothered in here. I need air.
This is humiliating. A father purposefully charges me with tasks that present our family in the ugliest possible light. Supply the fund with adequate food and medicine is clearly impossible. My efforts here are futile. Also, a lot of the things they say paint a picture about the person. But I'm not sure how necessary that is. Going door to door and seizing people's stockpiles of medicine and food? Insanity. They won't hand it over, of course. They barely have anything left. How did this happen? No one knows why the train is almost a month late. We've maintained regular shipments of meat and skins. Where's our pay? Where's the regular supply train? We're on the brink of starvation. There are no stocks left, which means everyone's on their own now. I will have to kneel in front of my father and take responsibility for this fiasco. You're a smart man, you'll find a way. So this is also, like, this guy just repeated things we already know, and this is like why there's so many kinda empty conversations, because people just repeat
Blood,
things we already know.
Tissue and sinew. Peel them away, and they conceal a rather simple diagram.
Burak, the situation is regretful. I just didn't have time to warn you. You shouldn't have started the meeting without me. Well, let's get down to business. We have 3 doctors in town, 4 if we count the deranged girl who claims to have a healing touch. Rubbish, of course. But she has a lot of energy and she knows a thing or two, so I won't hurt to let her work. And Burak, allow me to be frank. Shoot. Where did you graduate? What are your qualifications? Do you have a degree? Exactly. I'm a surgeon, a damn good one. Burak, I want you to become my aide. Our primary goal is developing a vaccine. You're a local and enterprising. I need your help. A vaccine. We wouldn't finish that until the whole town is extinct. But what an amazing breakthrough for your resume, right? A vaccine is something you create for the future, not for people who are sick now. You just want to protect your bodies in the capital if the plague spreads, huh? Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Other towns like this one exist, you know. If the disease is half as lethal as the outbreak 5 years ago, This place is doomed. Other people can still be saved, or perhaps you have better suggestions? I'll think of something. I won't let you just give up on the sick. Well, I mean, there's always two options, right? You can either make a vaccine or you can make a cure. Usually, a cure is like better for everyone if it's readily available. What do you want from me? I will make them a vaccine, but I can't do it without you. All you need to do is be at hand and do as I say. We'll take full responsibility for the situation. No deal, I'm responsible for my own actions. No one else, family tradition. I don't trust this guy, so... Nah. Who's this
Sow
guy?
an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny.
Okay, mate. It's spreading across Earth, the lower town, between the gullet and the abattoir. What does that mean for me? Two architects live in Earth. Andre and Peter Stammartin, both geniuses, each in his own way. Please take them into your care. You could let the whole town die, but these two must survive. Why? Because you won't find minds like theirs anywhere else on the whole continent. We hunted them for much too long. My brother Simon collected many brilliant specimens in this town. You know, it is an ark. Where do they live? Peter lives in a loft in the Tanners. Andre, though, rarely leaves the Broken Heart in his pub below the factory. I put my hopes on you, Doctor. Pay them a visit as soon as you can. I'll take a look. I'm not sure if this is on any priority on our list here. I kind of have a feeling that it isn't. I can leave here. Don't really want to leave. If people don't want to talk. Is it? I wonder if it is any use talking to these people.
You pay for in pain.
Stark Rubin. Look who's here. Lara says you were planning a sentimental get-together. Remember the good old days and all that? As if, what, 6 years haven't passed. Don't suppose we have a good time for a get-together now? I know what you're thinking. You want to look for the murderer, avenge your father. Forget it, let me handle it. I'll do it better than you. Father would want you to work and seek vengeance. Work in his stead. Let you handle it? Why in the world? You failed him, you hesitated, left him in trouble. In my book, you have forfeited your right to revenge. Leave it to me, I can do better. And you? Well, you're a better doctor than me. What does this mean for me? You're no longer a surgeon, you're a pharmacist. I'm better at dissecting people in all senses, Burak. But to create an infusion like Isidore did, that requires your intuition, your hands. It gives me no pleasure to admit all this, but it's true. I'll do whatever duty requires of me, got it? Yeah, I mean, that's a fair thing to say, I guess.
Cold. That's growing old.
If it's the same sickness, all measures are pointless. Wishful thinking, delusional actions, for it's clear what we're dealing with. Fire from heaven, the great flood. No one shall be spared, save for the 10 righteous men. But we need to fight, that's what makes life meaningful, whatever's left of it. Forget the plague, you can't affect it. Think of yourself, not that of the deceased. Search your soul. Are you a righteous man, or are you one of the cattle for the slaughter? Whom will it kill and whom will it spare, and why? This is the curious question which must be answered. By me, Doctor, not you. Yeah. Okay. So...
This is our kind of surgery. Cutting to the bone. Sewing together guts and soul.
I'm getting super hungry again, which is unfortunate, because I don't think I have anything left to eat. Yeah. And we ourselves are also suffering very much from the starvation and that. Like, we're very close to just dying all the time. An outbreak of an odd disease turned everything upside down. I wonder what lies ahead. Tomorrow will be very different from what I expected. Yep. And I'm not sure if we could have prevented it. Exactly, I have to actually eat and drink and all that. And I currently have no food on my character. And I have a bit of money though, so maybe we can buy some food. But it also never lasts very long, so you always have to try to survive somehow. That makes the game feel very lethal all the time. Which is pretty cool actually. Because it makes it more immersive. That like things are really not going well currently. I think in the second playthrough I might play it in a easier difficulty, so this boss doesn't bother me as much. Got some canned food, some fish. Well, this guy has some things to eat. Can we somehow offer him something to lower the price here? We don't really have much that we could offer. Most of the things we have are things we want to keep because it's either medicine or bandages. Like, those are all things we kind of want to have on our hands. Alright, guess we eat that. And also we need to sleep, which is an issue because it also doesn't have like the regular next day progression, but you can like sleep for 6 hours and you don't necessarily need to sleep at night. You can like decide to sleep at any time. And there are things happening at night that are not happening at day. So it's a constant uphill battle of what am I missing currently. This guy doesn't trade anything I want, unfortunately. Or rather, I don't have anything to offer. Okay, nice. But we can loot trash cans. That's something. And sometimes we find useful stuff in it. And also money is an issue because no one actually pays us for what we do. Like, okay, we saved one kid so far as a doctor, but we didn't see any money for that. We just saved the kid because it's the right thing to do. Okay, and I need to secure a person that's inside the lockdown district. And if we hang out there too long, we just die. So that's another issue we have here. How does my immunity look though? Immunity looks not great. We can boost that a bit. We have a bit of a cloth mask. No one paid you for helping their sick kid. So the thing is, it was a street kid. And other street kid asked me if I would help them. How can I say, like, you can't just let a kid die. It seems like a very mean thing to do. Okay, I have no idea if this will turn out terrible, but we'll try. This district is infected. Listen carefully. I explain what you need in order to stay alive. Go ahead. Immunity is your armor. It gets thinner each time you contract the disease, so it would do you good to keep an eye on it. Take pills, you know the drill. I have my own immunity boosters handcrafted. Infected air lowers your immunity slowly but constantly, simply because you're breathing it. But that's not the worst part. What is? An infected person's touch or touching infected surfaces like doorknobs or drawers. Also sometimes it feels like the pest breath is on you. You speak as though the disease was a living creature, but it's just a bunch of microbes. I'm not a doctor, Master Borak. I'm a common orderly, scared witness. I'm only describing a dream I had, but this pest... It's like it's alive, it speaks, breathes, and woe, it breathes on you. I'll keep it in mind. Anyway, all those touches melt your immunity worse than air, like a hot knife through butter. And then there's a tumor. What? The infection that accumulates inside your body, checking if you're ready for it. The world starts to go black before your eyes, escape the infected area before it envelops everything. But if the darkness gives way, that means it's lost its interest in you, for now. You see interesting dreams, orderly. I just remember we do actually have a way of fighting the infection. Other than the immunity pills. Because we can actually mix some herbs together to boost our immunity. So that's something. Yeah, and those things are like they hunt you. They are like concentrated infection. Really spooky shit. Shit, can I knock path through? I don't think I can. I think I need to go the long way around. So not your everyday normal infection, exactly. This shit is worse. A lot worse. Like, I'm always not entirely sure if like how much of the game is actually going into the supernatural part of things. And how much of it is actually meant to be realistic. Okay, at least we nearly reached the house. That we were looking for. Yeah, that's the right one. Remember how he told us to not touch doorknobs? But at least the inside of this house doesn't seem to be infected. That's something. Man got some sick art going for him. This person lives, but mortal peril looms. The sand pest chokes their district, floods the streets. I can see that. Immunity protects each person here. Some have a long one, others but a short. The span of one's is long and others short. I never thought immunity could be measured in centimeters. A dice roll makes a clearer picture, sir. At midnight, Death will roll his dice to see if he rolls high. This one will perish. If he rolls low, they live one day more. Your part, Burak, but is but to adjust the odds. By raising their immunity, yes. I'm not completely clueless, you know. A store-bought cure, a tincture brewed from herbs, would help them stay alive another day. Lucky me, I happen to have some. Near human, you must act. These dull cocoons may one day become real, and I need your help. Thanks. And one more thing, the plague moves stealthily. It has no need to speak of its arrival in a place. When plagues by windows, people are at risk. But on the morrow, other districts will be touched. You must find them out yourself. So watch the town's condition close, Burak. It's not dice then, it's hide and seek. This is the kind of Dadaistic talk.
Never allow yourself any time to think. That's how you get to heaven.
I should have left this godforsaken place 2 years ago. Get clean and move away for good. But I have no spine, I'm not a real man, cannot leave her behind. Leave whom behind? The tower. My precious tower. The locals call her the polyhedron, referring to her as it, as if she were inanimate. But for me she is alive and female, I can't abandon her. I have to gaze upon her again and again and to convince myself she exists. Right? Man's in love with a building? Wasn't there a woman that married the Eiffel Tower or something? So, after all, why not? Who are we to judge? So, if it was you who thought up that thing, Peter Stammerton. I'm considered responsible for her creation, but I'm not God to completely defy gravity. It's happenstance. Such a tower shouldn't be. It breaks the laws of physics, laws of optics as well. Just a coincidence. Such things are never coincidence. Listen, what's your name? Yes, in real life. That happened. I'm Artemi Burak. Why have you come? Prophylaxis, you're in a plague district. Listen, doctor, you should check on Anna too. She's a circus artist who lives nearby. She's misophobic. I'm worried she might lose it completely these days. She's an interesting one. Be a pity if she died or went nuts. A misophobic... I'll check on her, that's my job. I don't even want to know what that is. In danger? Just give him a tincture. He's still in danger though. Can I prophylaxis him? I should have maybe given him the better stuff. Well, it is what it is. He'll be fine for sure. Can I open this door? I can actually. This guy surely won't mind if I take his shit, right? Like, I think, honestly, for delivering medicine, they could at least give me some money so I can at least not starve for a bit. I feel like that's not too much to ask, is it? Okay, so we have these two houses to check still. While trying to not die here. I need to be careful that none of those creeps up on me while I don't look at the right side or something. We could, in theory, use the situation where everyone's infected and start to break in houses and try to loot their shit. But that also will make the infection go a lot faster, which is quite dangerous. Since we only have like we don't have that many herbs to save people. Getting more hungry already. This should be the house though. Entrance should be on the other side. Our immunity is dropping lower and lower. It's quite problematic. Let's go in here. This house doesn't seem to be infected at all, which is good. And the way this game is, I already know if I don't give her medicine, she's dead tomorrow.
And there she was, lying, you know, just splayed out on the floor, glaring at them all.
Anna Angel. What do you want? Don't touch me, stay away. Quiet now, I'm a doctor. Are your hands clean? I'm not going to touch you, stop yelling. You've touched the doorknob, so what? Microbes are transmitting with touch. They stay on the skin. Evil is transmitted with touch too, and it stays on the skin. Fate is transmitted with touch. All this dirt changes you, killing you slowly. This is so repulsive. I'm a doctor. Microbes run from me like the devil from a holy flame. I don't want to even think about it. Everyone is prattling about that toxic suit from the factory. It's out there, behind the windows, everywhere. All this dirt and grime, it's punishment. That's what it is. It's all about those damn children. You'll have to trust me if you want to survive this. What? Look me in the eye and listen to me. I'm going to give you medicine to protect you from the microbes. Do you understand me? Are you a real medic? You really can help me? So I wouldn't. Just don't touch me. A real one, trust me. Alright. What is this? Okay, and this shows me that we already helped like 2 people. If I give an immunity booster to an inhabitant of an infected district, they have a high chance to avoid infection. I can't guarantee anyone full protection, but I can rig this in my favor. Makes a lot of sense. Do you have any stuff I can steal? Would you mind? Oh, she got toast, bro. Like, dude. You don't mind, do you? I'm just very fucking hungry. Mmm. More bread. Use it. I'm getting very thirsty. To be fair, I'm trying to save everyone's life here. I feel like the absolute minimum they could do... Does she starve if I take all that? Well... Let's be real. If I'm not out there, a lot more people will die, so... Also, she's
good to be so very prudent. Prudent is what I mean.
Yep. So sometimes you have to save the people that can save everyone else. Because if you don't, everyone will be dead anyways. What's the point in healing her then? I have hopes that the game doesn't care. I have hopes that the game is very video gamey in that matter. How many elixirs do I have left? 1? 2? Fucking hell, I need to drink one though. Because my immunity was low too. Shit, my hunger rises if I drink medicine. Okay, let's visit the last person quickly and then we need to gather some herbs. Thank you for watching this episode of the Pathologic 2 playthrough. If you enjoyed it, I would appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button or check out a different video. A new video will be out soon. So thanks, and have a great evening, or day, or morning, or whatever time it is for you.